Back to the page. My name is Kendrick Coates, and before we get started, I just ask you to do me a quick favor. Like the video, subscribe to the page. It truly means a lot to me, especially a lot of the topics that I'm talking about and that I discuss. I'm trying to spread this to many people, and by you liking the video, by you subscribing to the page, it truly helps me out. So today's topic is all about why it is important to inspire other people. Now, I understand that not all people have the ability to inspire others. Maybe you don't even have the ability to formulate the thoughts and the words that you may have for somebody in such a way that inspires them. But as human beings, at the times that we are in right now, I think it's just so important that we all be there for one another. If you have a friend that struggles, maybe with mental health, or maybe they're just struggling with the whole pandemic, the best thing that you can do for that person is, one, I'll be there for them, but then secondly, inspire them to see more in themselves that they may not have before. That's one of the biggest things within my coaching. I coach high school track and field for girls, and that's one of the things I always approach as far as on the coaching standpoint is inspiring them to show their personalities, inspiring them to have their own voice, but inspiring them by allowing them to have the power. Now, I know a lot of times coaches say, well, you never want to give athletes the power because then it puts you in a vulnerable position. There may be some truth into that, but what I have found out in my years of coaching is when you give somebody the power to drive the car, their personality just expands. And then secondly, gives them the ability to inspire others. And that's the greatest thing about coaching, and that's the greatest thing about inspiring other people is once you inspire one person, they have the ability to go and inspire two people. And those two people go and inspire 8 people, and so on and so forth. It's like the gift that never stops giving. And I think that's one of the best things that we as human beings can give another person is inspiration. How many times, if you think throughout your own life, whether you be in sports or a job or a friend or a stranger who came into your life that inspired you to do things that maybe you never thought about prior to meeting that person or being in that conversation, how did that make you feel? And think about what you did with that inspiration. Did you go and tackle or go after goals or dreams that you may have had on the back burner? Did you go out and inspire other people because you had that energy from the person who inspired you? Like I said, I think inspiring people is one of the best things that we could ever do. Nipsey Hussle has a quote, and I'll drop it. And he says one of the best things, or one of the best currencies we can give other people is by inspiring them. And that's right. We can give people money. We can give people gifts. We can give people X, Y, and Z. But when we inspire them to go after things, like I said, that they may not have thought about before. But then also that we inspire them to see more in themselves than they did before. So again, as I'm in my coaching with high school girls track and field, that's one of the things that I do, is I try to inspire them. Now there's a difference between how you can go about it, because a lot of times people think, well, inspiration is through yelling and yah, rah, rah, this, that, and the other. And if you all have been around me, I'm just not that type of person. I more so inspire them by empowering them. And when you can empower somebody, I cannot tell you the amount of people that I've seen once I've empowered them to do whatever it is, the confidence that comes out in that individual. And that is like when we talk about having gratitude and being thankful and giving service to other people, that is just, to me, that's one of the best feelings in the world, when you can motivate and inspire somebody else to see more in themselves, and then you see them go after some of the things that they've been dreaming about or thinking about. It's better than grandma's cookies. It is better than grandma's cookies, and grandma makes some great cookies. So just think about that. Do you have somebody in your life that you can inspire? Do you have somebody in your life that you can help them see more in themselves than maybe they did before? Like I said, the quote that I just put up, Nipsey Hussle says one of the best currencies you can give somebody is inspiration. And that inspiration just trickles down. I encourage you to go out there and inspire somebody. I encourage you to help somebody along their journey. I encourage you to help somebody see more in themselves than maybe they did before. I think it's so valuable in this time of day to help people along their journey, with their permission, of course. Because it seems like we've just gotten so far apart of what it means to be a good human being. And I'm not saying everybody, but society in general, seems like we're just in some really, really odd, weird times right now. And I think the best thing for us to come back together is inspiring one another. So is there somebody that you can inspire? If so, I challenge you to go out and inspire that person, and come back to this video and let me know how that makes you feel. Until next time, folks, I'm out.